Hey everybody, it's Liz with Liz Art Finds, and today we are here with haul number 48. It's been a good week. Not a lot of finds, but a lot of sales. So let's start with that actually real quick. What sold this week? First off, on eBay, this clock by artist Carlos Silva. He's based in Massachusetts. I found this in Rhode Island in December of 2023. Listed it on eBay in January of 24. It sold this past week. I found it for $3.99. It sold for $74.99. So that was a great sale this week. Also sold this week, and this one's a little harder to figure out. This is the Taxco Sterling cuff, and it sold for $55. The reason it's a little harder to figure out is this was in a bag of things I purchased from Burner Brothers a while back, and I spent $57 on the whole bag plus shipping. So I had listed this at $65. I took a best offer. They offered me $50. I accepted $55. So I've almost paid for my bag of jewelry, and I've only sold one thing from it. So once I sell the rest of the things, I'll be able to better tell, or attribute value to this. Because I mean, I was going to attribute the entire bag to this, and then just whatever I sell the other stuff for will be profit. Anyway, I almost made back the cost of the entire bag with this one piece. Now, the rest of the pieces are not sterling. They're basically costume jewelry. I'll probably do a jewelry show at some point and start everything at $1. I don't know when that point will be. I want to actually have some good pieces of jewelry to add into that mix when I do that. But some point in the future. Anyway, I sold this for $55, which is great. That was on eBay. Then I had two shows on NikNax that kind of fall in the framework of the past week. So last Sunday when I did my video, that later that day, I had my Glass Act show, and I sold a lot of stuff, and I sold a lot of good stuff. So these are the pieces that sold during the Glass Act show. My cost of goods into this show was so low because a lot of these pieces were parts of lots from auctions and whatnot. So, if I bought an entire lot of things for $6 total, or even $18 total, if it was a giant lot, it might be $1 or less per piece. So I didn't have much into this. I had $27.07 into this entire lot that sold, and most of that was actually on this piece and I think this piece. Anywho, no, actually this piece. This piece I had $6 into, and I had, I think, $4.12 into that, and the rest of it very, very little into. So total cost of these items for me was only $27.07. The total sales of this auction was $245. So that was a great, great show. So very excited about that. And, it's good to move along some of the pieces. Now, those were some of my favorite pieces, but they're going to nice homes. So then on the 4th, so a couple days ago, I had a Weirdos sale, or sale of Weirdos on the Weirdos train on NikNax, niknax.net. Anyway, did not make as much money, but had so much fun. I sold my cute little otter weirdo that I showed you guys a couple weeks ago. It wasn't very long ago. These are the pieces that sold at this show. Now, the reason this show was not as good for me from a financial perspective is this guy. This Raya elephant. I fell in love with him at a thrift store, the one that supports dog and cat rescue. And so they tend to price really close to retail. And I paid more than full retail on him, which was a mistake at the time. And this was a while ago, sometime last year, I think. I paid $18 for him. He sold for $12. So that was a $6 loss on that guy. Okay. The rest of them made profit, but overall, they were slim profits, so it wasn't a very profitable show compared to the glass show, but it was fine. I'm moving along some pieces to some new homes, and that was exciting. So my cost of goods on this, because of my $18 spend there, my cost of goods on everything that sold was $32.52. my total sales were $80. So, I mean, I still did okay. It just wasn't as good as, say, the glass show. So for a total this past week, I think we're at $460 in, which is fantastic. So that was a nice, I mean, you do that every week, you have a business, right? Now, the reason some of you have asked behind the scenes why I'm growing so slow, I'm doing that on purpose. I'm totally doing this on purpose. This is a plan. It is a 5-year plan. I have a full-time job that I cannot leave basically for 5 more years, just under 5 years at this point. So I don't want a business that is making me $100,000 a year on top of my other job, because I wouldn't be able to keep up. And I don't have the facilities here to hire a bunch of people and all that. So we're kind of doing the slow growth thing and spending a lot of time learning and practicing and seeing what works and seeing what doesn't work and making mental notes. And hopefully over time, when I'm ready, this business will grow to the level, hopefully, that it can sustain a full-time income. So that's the plan there. So let's look at what we found this week. Oh, and one more thing, actually. I did sell one other thing this morning. It'll probably be in next week's solds, but I did sell this beautiful Glass Eye Studio lamp piece. It's actually in the Buy It Nows for my glass show that's going to be at 3:30 today. And it was purchased. So I can't remember what I have into it, maybe $1.99. $2, yeah, somewhere in the $1.99 to $3 into it, and I think it sold for $18. So that was exciting, but if I remember, it'll be in next week's sold. So let's go to what I found this week. I'm going to start with the most fun one because it's probably going to be in my thumbnail. It's not vintage. Okay, I'm going to start with that. I found a Pottery mug, and I think I found this like yesterday. No, that's not true. I found it on the 1st. 5 days ago. Okay. Anyway, I love this mug. It is so, like, the quality is incredible. It's got anchors painted on it. Okay. Now, the base says seasoned pottery. So what do we know about seasoned pottery? Now, this one is exciting, really exciting. She's contemporary. Her name is Amy Ruvolo or Ruvolo or something like that. She's based in Gloucester, Massachusetts, so Cape Cod area-ish. Is that where the, no. Actually, it's not on Cape, you know, I should have looked that up before I started recording. It's in Massachusetts on the coast. I don't remember if it's on the Cape or not. I'm questioning myself. Anyway, Gloucester, Massachusetts, Amy Ruvolo. Amazing business. Amazing business. She does limited drops. Okay, one of a kind. Every piece is one of a kind. Okay, so she's got a website and she's got an Instagram. Check out her Instagram. It is at Seasoned Pottery, SEASONED Pottery. There's actually a drop tonight. All new pieces dropping tonight, October 6th, at 6 p.m. Eastern. And it'll be probably some fall things or holiday things or something like that. They're $100 each, okay? One of a kind. And when they're gone, they're gone. Very similar to some of the tie-dye artists that I follow. There's some really good tie-dye artists out there that are doing amazing work. Some of their pieces are selling over $1,000. Just amazing detail where, you know, I used to have a tie-dye business, so I'm very interested in kind of the state of the art of tie-dye. So anyway, I follow them. So when I saw her business model is really similar to what they're doing, it's amazing. So definitely check her out, Amy Ruvolo, Seasoned Pottery, at Seasoned Pottery. No, she did not pay me. I haven't spoken to her. I just think her work is phenomenal, and y'all need to check it out. So anyway, Seasoned Pottery from Gloucester, Massachusetts. I paid $2.79 for this piece, okay? They sell for $100 new, and this is basically new. There is no resale market that I could find. I did not find another one that's out there right now that is for sale. So I'm not sure yet what I'll list this as. This will go up on eBay for sure. It will not go on NikNax just because the price, the value is so high, and I'm not sure the format that I have currently over on NikNax. I'm just not sure that the right person would find it yet. So that's my thinking. Don't quote me on that, but my thinking is this will go up on eBay once I figure out how to value it correctly or price it correctly. I may start at around 60 or 65 maybe and see what happens. So anyway, most exciting find of the week for sure. So then I found another exciting find at the same place, and it's a little far to reach. Okay, so I found a decanter, and there's, I'm gonna grab the glasses too. I found 3 glasses. So my guess is the person that owned these only had 4 and broke one, because I think they came as 4. All right, so the glass, I don't know if you can see that. It's like a deep etch pattern, okay? And they're small glasses. You know, I don't have my measuring thing over here, my ruler over here. It's in the light box right now. But the decanter is phenomenal, and it's got silver overlay and rings. The stopper's perfect condition, no issues here. Absolutely beautiful. This came in this version. I also saw one where this part was gold, and like there was gold inside underneath the design in the cups, but then the top here didn't have the silver on it. It had like a band of gold at the top. So this is a company that I wasn't aware of until I started doing some research on this. And this is a company called Paden City Glass. They are no longer in business. This is vintage for sure, almost antique. They were in operation from 1916 to 1951. Now, I'm not sure when exactly this particular style was made. They bought other companies' molds when they started. And they did a lot of really unique things. They had a very good reputation back in the day. So they were built in 1915, started production 1916, were known for high quality pattern mold blown glass and a wide variety of unique colored glass. It says, let's see, the company's success led them to purchase the American Glass Company in it doesn't say when, sorry, I'm reading ahead. Purchasing the American Glass Company, but the additional financial burden of that caused them to actually have to close, and they closed in 1951. And what I saw was, this is a quote, in the time that the company existed, it created some of the most interesting and most talked about glassware ever made in this country. The elusive Paden City glassware is held in such high esteem by collectors today. So I thought that was really cool. The only ones I could find were separated. I did find a set that was gold that sold for $59. This alone with the stopper is selling around 40-ish, and the glasses individually are selling around 14-ish. So I think I'm gonna put that right here rather than trying to stretch. I'm not sure yet what I'm going to do with that. My original thought was to list on eBay, but NikNax is having a barware train in November, and I'm contemplating. I said I wasn't going to do any November trains, and now I'm thinking maybe I might. So we'll see. We'll see where that one's going. But anyway, really exciting. Learned something new. I had no understanding at all of Paden City Glass, and they were in West Virginia, in Paden City, West Virginia. So that was kind of cool. Then I bought a couple baggies that, in hindsight, probably shouldn't have bought. One of them I bought for a beautiful, what seemed to be a beautiful brass ashtray with mosaic inlay and whatnot. Once I got it out of the bag, I realized it was completely corroded, and the paint that was on it had disintegrated, and it basically is not saleable. So I threw that away. The rest of the things in that baggie were just small things. So that particular baggie had, in addition to that beautiful piece that I threw away, had these 2 little silver plate goblets. They're little, and they're marked Leonard EPNS. That's electroplated nickel silver. It's interesting because one of them definitely has a more yellowish color and one of them is more of a straight up silvery color. The bottoms are a little bit different, so they were definitely made at different times or different patterns or something, although they look almost identical. So these were both in there, and then this little tiny silver plate bowl was in there. It is also marked, and I don't remember what it's marked. I thought I remembered it being something about India. I'm not really sure on this, but this is also electroplate, silver plate. So not a ton of value here. I paid like $4.19 for the baggie. These are really the only things in here because, like I said, the other piece that I bought it for was just not saleable. So I'd say $2 to $4 each on the little thingies, and maybe $4 to $6 on the bowl. So maybe 10 to 12. Let's see, 2, 4, nope, 8 to 12. maybe. So that was not the best purchase. The other baggie I did better. It was also $4.19, and it had some hidden gems. The thing that was really exciting to me when I opened it, like I knew the brass elephant was in there, and that was part of the reason that I bought it, because he was just so cute. So I bought it for the brass elephant. There was also this little brass votive holder, but inside it was hiding this brass owl. He's worth the $4 and whatnot that I spent on the bag. So the owl will sell. There's no question in my mind. Let me see. I paid $4.19 total. The owl probably goes 8 to 12. There's more stuff too. The elephant typically goes 6 to 8. The votive holder 6 to 8. Then there were a couple other things. There was this silver plate pitcher in there, and it's reproduction. It says Revere Ware, Paul Revere, Fisher, a bunch of numbers and letters and symbols and things, but I do believe it's silver plate and not silver. So this guy, what did I write here? $4 to $8 on him. And then it also had a brass napkin holder, which I didn't attribute any value to. It would be a good stand if somebody had like a brass thing they want to use for, lift up a little bit. Even for, I had taken the votive holder. Now I put all the other stuff in there, but I had put the votive holder on there. That's kind of a cute look, and it would raise it up from the table. So there's that. And then there was this piece that was mysterious to me. It opens and says, "Life is lived in moments." And I think originally it was a portable ashtray, because you can close it and hide your ashes away. At least that's what I've seen online. Some of them are listed as portable ashtrays. They're also listed now as votive holders, tea light holders. They'd be great tea light holders, right? You can even do that as a portable, take it on your travel. This particular piece seems to be missing a label on the bottom. So it's missing something, but I don't think that necessarily detracts too much from it. But that was all in the same bag with the brass owl and the brass elephant. So I think that one was a good buy. And that's probably worth $4 to $8 as well. So I paid a total of $4.18 or 19 cents for the baggie. Like I said, the owl alone will cover that, and all the other stuff will be profit. So that was cool. Then I went to another place, and the only thing I found there was this tile. And I love this tile. It is not the same company as the ones I typically find. This company was called Magmore, and it actually still has, it's a little bit worn and stained, but it says Magmore Art Tile, Santa Fe, New Mexico. And it says this beautiful hand-painted tile original was created by Magmore's most skilled and imaginative artisans, combining a depth of glaze application with a firing temperature of 2,000 degrees. We create a uniquely beautiful and colorful tile, both decorative and functional. Beautiful wall and shelf decorations, functional trivets, and coasters. These tiles are suitable for a wide variety of use around the house. And then they have a note that says custom work available upon request. Unfortunately, they are no longer in business. They were established in 1978 in Santa Fe, New Mexico, and I can't find when they closed, but their website is no longer active, so they are no longer in business. And you can probably tell from the fonts and stuff there, this is probably from the 70s or 80s. So just really gorgeous. It's got a bird on it, and bird and cactus, and I think this will do really well. So these tiles, they range depending on what's on the tile all over the place, as low as $8 on the solds, as high as $30 on the solds. I think with this motif, 18 is probably a reasonable number to expect on this, maybe a little more. I don't think it'll go too far less than 18. So anyway, that one was fun. And I think when I did my estimate, I probably estimated it for value at 12 when I did my my numbers. So then I went out on the 4th and I went out on the 5th. So on the 4th, I didn't find a whole lot. I really didn't find a whole lot. And I think I picked up a few things to pick up things. So this was the first thing I picked up, is a Kleenex cover. It's vintage, and it had this strawberry on it and this gold weave. And when I looked it up, the solds were high. So I picked it up. So I picked it up for $2.99. I think the solds on this particular shape are in the 15 to 18 range. There's some that are higher, but I think 15 to 18 is a reasonable amount. I don't know much about it. I really don't know much about it, but I figured for $2.99 it was worth picking up. I also picked up another gourd because, you know, I like to pick these up when I find them. And this one has the elephants on it. Now I haven't sold these yet. I have a little box of all my gourds in it that I will be doing a gourd sale when I have enough gourds. So right now I don't. And then they'll list as buy it nows after that. So this one's really pretty. It's small. They don't sell for a ton, but I paid $1.99. They typically in this size go 8 to 12, some much, much higher. Again, depending on the design, the amount of work that's in the design, and who happens to be buying at that particular time. So this is actually people, oh, it's not elephant, wait a minute. People, camel, I don't know why I thought elephants. It's people and camels. Y'all are probably sitting there pointing at your videos, giving me a thumbs down because I can't tell a camel from an elephant. Camels and people. And pretty design at the top. Anyway, please give me a thumbs up in the underneath the video. Like, subscribe if you're not already. Welcome to our new subscribers. We have a bunch of new subscribers over from NikNax, so welcome aboard, guys. Okay, so a couple more things I found that same place. I picked this up. I should not have picked this up. This is a St. Bridget's cross. I picked it up because I thought it was brass. It is not brass. It seems to be some sort of a resin with like a brass colored paint or brass overlay somehow. St. Bridget's cross, it has a little nail hole, like a place to hang it. This is from Ireland. They're typically made of straw, so this is a depiction of a St. Bridget's cross hung over the doorway, believed to protect the household and invoke blessings of Ireland's most important female saint. St. Bridget is the patron of crafts, poets, healers, midwives, and doctors. Bridget built the first Irish convent and was well known for her kindness to people and animals. The legend of St. Bridget's cross tells the story of how the saint wove a cross made of rushes as she explained the passion of our Lord to a dying pagan man. So that is what this is. Now, this particular one, basically people could buy at Walmart. Now, Walmart is out of stock on them. I'm not sure if you can buy this exact one right now. They were selling new for $29.95. I haven't seen any like this listed on the secondary market yet. I don't know. I mean, 8, 10. I paid $1.99. There's definitely $1.99 in that, but I don't think it's going to sell for very much, maybe even 6. But I don't know. You know, I also bought myself earlier, and I'm not counting this in my totals, I bought myself a bag of bows. I'm not, like I said, I'm not counting this. I paid $3.50 for the bag of bows. I don't know if that was good or bad, but I needed holiday bows, and I just saw these, and I'm like, oh, let's get those. Okay, then I went to, this was yesterday. So I found some things yesterday. I actually found a couple good things. So, the first place I went, I drove up to Maryland, actually. I went to a Unique in Silver Spring, and I went to a couple other places in Rockville. I found, where did I put it? Ah, it's hiding with the glass stuff. Okay, so I found this glass paperweight. Okay, it's probably Chinese. You can see the bottom. It's not signed, but it's really good. So it's got a giant bubble in the middle. The glass itself, there's no divots. Like I was looking at some other paperweights last night, and one of mine has a little divot in it. Like there's no issues. It's well done. It's got the bubble in the center, and then it's got what looks like fireworks coming out in green. Someone has one of these listed and says it's a flower. But to me, it looks like waves at the bottom with the blue, and then, I don't know, maybe like the spout of a whale or something. So anyway, I found this for $3.19. I have it listed. I've got my glass show today at 3:30. And I've got this guy listed already at, and I think he's got a pre-bid on him for $10. So, you know, that's a fast turn. I found it yesterday. It's going to sell today. And, you know, eventually, once I get through all my backlog, that's kind of the plan, is to go out and source things and then sell them really soon thereafter. So anyway, excited about that. And like I said, I know it will sell today because it's already got bids on it. So that was found yesterday. And the other one I found there was a sit-in stricker, I don't know how to say it, plate. Now, I've always admired the ones that look like lace, and to me this looks like lace. I've never found this particular design. I have some of their other stuff, but I've never found this one. It's the ruffled bowl, excellent condition, kind of love it. So I paid $6.39 for it. The value on this is like $18 to $28. So that was a fun little find. And then I went to one more place. Actually, I went to a bunch more places, but only one more place where I found stuff. And I picked up a couple things. One, this is the first thing I found there. Amazing fused glass. Well, it's not even fused glass. It's a blown glass bowl. How do I know it's blown glass? It has the pontil here, okay? And it's all like flat, and it's so good. And it's got a label on it. The label says Dockyard Glass Works made in Bermuda. Unfortunately, they are no longer in business. They closed during the pandemic. They started in 1999, and they were around until 2021, December 2021, they closed. The tourist trade, like they depended heavily on the tourist trade for their business, and they had like a shop where they were actually selling things in gallery and whatnot. And the tourism just tanked in 2000, 2001. And by the end of 2001, they decided to close up shop. Now their plan was to move to a different facility, but as of right now, that hasn't happened. So I'm not sure if their plans changed. But this is a beautiful piece. I found it for $5.99, okay? Their value is right around 18. Like everyone that sold that I've found that sold has sold $17.99. I'm starting this at auction at $10. It already has a bid on it at $10. So it will either sell for 10 or more, and I'll know that next week. But this one, again, I found it yesterday. It's going to sell today. So that's exciting. And then I found a confusing one. This is definitely made in Romania, okay? No question about that. The question is by whom? And what's very, very interesting about this is it says it's stamped Marginea, okay? It's also signed, but it's like 3 lines of signature and it is virtually illegible, so I don't know what it says. If you look up Marginea, it's a town that is known for their black pottery. So everything online that you find that says Marginea is black. This is clearly not, and this is not black clay. So I don't know. Now, if you do a Google Lens search where you take a picture of this pot and look for it online, there are 2 others that come up. They are both Romanian websites, like resale sites from Romania. Neither of them says Marginea, and they don't have pictures of the bottom of their pots. I don't know who made it. I'm very confused. So again, it is stamped Marginea. So I know it's Romanian. Beyond that, I don't know. So value is a little hard to figure out right now. I paid $5.99 for it. My guess is it's worth double that, so 12 to 18, possibly 24. Depends on, it depends. So the things that I saw listed in Romania were in the 10 to 20 range in US dollars. So yeah, it's excellent. It's in excellent condition. It's beautiful. I don't know how old it is. I really just don't know very much about it at all. My guess is someone traveled to Romania, purchased it, and maybe gifted it to somebody, and they donated it. I don't know, just a guess. I love making up stories that make no sense. I found one more thing, and you guys are gonna laugh. I know you guys are gonna laugh. This is so outside my wheelhouse, and I paid up. And this is probably not the smartest buy. I bought some shoes, not for me. Okay, go ahead, you can laugh. You can totally laugh. These are Steve Madden. They are basically brand new. Like if you look at the bottom, you can see these. This one is messed up because they write on the bottom, and I was trying to get the pen marking off, and it's really hard to get off. But you can see these are brand new. There's no wear. There's no heel wear. The insides are pristine. So these are new, okay? They are no longer made. There are 2 pair that you can find online, both sold with no value. Now this particular style is called the Charmer. So there are Steve Madden Charmers with other, like just black crystals or other crystal patterns and whatnot, but not this particular one at all. So the fact that they're so unique and that there's none other out there, and my thinking was someone would love these for a Halloween costume, if nothing else. I need to get these listed right away. But, so I paid up. It was $15, $14.99. Too much? Probably. Listeds are over 100, which is what drove my decision making. Solds are probably closer to 15 to 30, and that depends on the color. So I would start these probably at 45 and take offers. Yeah. So anyway, there's that. So sometimes I just do silly things. And anyway, my total spend for the week was $72. That does not include my bag of bows. The total expected value of the pieces is around $310. So it's like 4.3 times. And again, I estimate low when I do these estimates for you guys. So it could be higher. Don't really know. So that is all for today. Just over 34 minutes. That's good. All right. So tonight, 3:30, actually this afternoon, just a few hours. And I don't know when the video will go up. So if you're seeing this before 3:30 on Sunday, watch me over on NikNax at 3:30 on Sunday. If you're seeing it after, you can actually watch a replay over on NikNax. Or my next shows, I've got one on the 19th, which is a Saturday, and the evening at 8 o'clock, I think, and 8 o'clock Eastern. That one is Pottery. So I'm really excited about that because I've got 3 or 4 boxes of studio pottery that I've got to go through to pick out, curate that show. And then I have one on the 28th, which is Paperweights, and that's a Monday night at 8 o'clock. Those are both parts of Train, so they're both 30 minutes, short shows. I don't have a long show separate scheduled right now. I need to just get through some stuff at work, and I need to get through some stuff before I can figure all of that out. But those are the 2 upcoming shows. Just pay attention to my about section. Like in the description of the videos, I list my upcoming shows along with links when I have them. I don't have links to the shows in there. I need to do that. Anyway, I have links to my site where you can find the shows. I think that's all for today, guys. Have a wonderful week. I look forward to seeing you next week with haul number 49. It's amazing. Yeah, have a great week. Thanks so much for watching. Please like, please subscribe, please share, please comment, all the things. And we'll talk to you soon. Thanks, bye.